How's it going, everyone? My name is Jake and welcome to this week's video. Now I'm going to be real with you guys. This video was kind of last minute. My back hurts and I had a lot of plans for videos this week, but none of them came to fruition, sadly. But if there's one thing I can do, it's talk. So this video is probably going to be nothing but talking. I apologize if you clicked on this video expecting a blaster review or firing footage or anything exciting like that. You're just going to have me talking. So if you're not into that, you're fully within your right to leave the video. Go right ahead, I understand completely. But if you are interested in hearing my thoughts on Rival and Rival ammo, Rival blasters, then go ahead and stay because I'd like to share my opinions with you guys. And the reason for this video is because I was going to be doing a video originally on this guy, the NERF Rival Curve Sideswipe. It's a really comfy blaster, a really nice looking blaster, bolt action, which is very satisfying to prime, internal magazine. If you want to see a review on this thing, let me know because I would really like to eventually make a video on this thing in its entirety. But if you don't feel like waiting for me to express my opinions, then go ahead and check out Walcom S7's video where he reviews the blaster, as well as the other two blasters in the Rival Curve line, the Helix and the Flex. We'll probably talk more about this blaster in a little bit, but I want to talk about Rival ammo. So this is your typical NERF Rival ball. This is what every Rival blaster fires, or anything of the sort. They come in an array of colors. In fact, I feel like the curved blasters came with orange ones, but when I bought mine, they came with yellow. So I don't know if that's like a weird thing with me, or I don't know. But if yours came with orange ammo, let me know, because this could be some sort of weird memory glitch. But anyway, if you're buying a Rival blaster, this is usually what you're going to get with it. There's dozens and dozens of off-brand Rival ammo brands. There's Little Valentine, which is probably one of the most popular. There was Headshot ammo, which you can get for a while, and that you still can get, but they've had a recent quality dip, and you probably shouldn't buy those blasters. In fact, I'm going to leave a link to Out of Darts' video covering the drop in quality, and he can express how bad it is better than I ever could, because I've never even held Headshot ammo in my hands. So there's this, and then there's these X-Shot Chaos rounds, I believe is what they're called, which you can get right now at Target. I don't think you can get them at Walmart, but I know Walmart has their own sort of off-brand Rival ammo as well that you can get. But this is what I have currently, and these are actually hexagonally dimpled, I'm now realizing, whereas traditional Rival ammo has circle dimples on it. And then most recently, there is NERF Rival AccuStrike, which looks like this, blue and also hexagonally dimpled. Now, I've never really bothered testing which ammo was better for what blaster, which ammo was better overall, because I think this is what's going to make or break your opinion on Rival blasters in general, is the ammo. Because the thing is, like, with just the weight and shape of this ammo, which is, you know, spherical, it's a ball, and it's dimpled, and it's not very heavy, there's always going to be inconsistencies, and that's true throughout all foam projectiles, even short darts. Short darts are known throughout the hobby as the best ammo you can really get your hands on, but even then, you're never really going to be 100% accurate unless you're able to get something up to a really high FPS, and then even then, you may not be the perfect marksman that, you know, can wield such high FPS. You may have fun with it, but you know, it's a foam dart. It's not always going to go where you want it to. Wind may take it. It may go off a couple centimeters or so. You know, there's just things that you got to take into account. It's not always going to be accurate. And while along with the AccuStrike Rival ammo came 3 AccuStrike blasters, the Vision, Pathfinder, and my favorite, the Fate. This may hurt, Ramsey. I can't really tell or say how much more accurate Rival AccuStrike ammo is over normal Rival ammo. But if I haven't said it already, I do prefer the visual aesthetic of Rival AccuStrike ammo. But now another gripe I have with NERF Rival, and also I guess this could actually go into NERF in general, is magazines. NERF Rival does have magazines. There are magazine-fed blasters. The Pathfinder is a magazine-fed blaster. But I feel like magazines aren't the way to go with NERF Rival. I feel to get the most out of your Rival ball, you're going to want either a Springer or a Hopper flywheel blaster. Talking about Nerf Rival Springers, there's the Knockout, which is an amazing platform from not just flinging Nerf Rival balls, but also just for modding. The community has done so many great things with just this one blaster, a $10 blaster. A $10 blaster, which might I add, is very fun. Sorry, Ramsey. The reason I think Springer is one of the best ways to go with firing your Nerf Rival ball is because if you get it to a high enough FPS and you get a big enough spring upgrade in there, then at mid to close range, you're going to hit your targets a lot more often. Whereas, you know, like I said, at a long range, you're probably going to miss your target. Mid to close range with a high enough FPS, then you're almost for sure going to hit your target. I can't say for certain, but you will most likely hit your target at that point. And then there is Hopper Flywheelers. We've seen things like this with the Prometheus, the Nemesis, and my favorite, the Charger, although it doesn't have a very big ammo capacity. These blasters typically are overpriced, but there's no arguing that these things are really cool looking, and they are really, really nice to shoot. I mean, how much ammo does the Prometheus hold? Like 100 rounds? Just imagine hosing down an entire squad with 100 rival balls. That would be so fun. To me, at least. I don't know about you guys, but it'd be fun to me. But if what we're talking about is accuracy, then with something like a Prometheus, at that point you basically just have accuracy by volume, because maybe the first shot won't hit, but maybe the second, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth, or sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. You're raining down so much ammo at the opponent that you're almost destined to hit something. You'll probably be wasting a lot of ammo, but you're definitely going to hit something. But now let's talk about mags again. I like mags. Mags are fun. I own a few mags. I don't own any rival mags. Now that is because I don't own any rival blasters that take mags, but I do want a Hera, and the Hera takes mags. If the mag actually goes in the grip, looks really cool, it's a nice looking blaster, I would really like one. The thing is, they never sold rival mags separately. And they still don't, and the Pathfinder exists. And not to mention the Pathfinder only came with one mag. If a blaster is mag fed, it should come with more than one mag. That goes doubly so for something that takes a proprietary mag like a rival blaster. However, there is one exception to this, and that is an internal magazine. The curved sideswipe here actually has a very interesting one where you compress the follower spring, lock it in right there, and then you drop your ammo in at the top right here, and it holds a whole 12 rounds. Not only does this save you from having an external magazine and possibly carrying more on your body and having maybe not enough magazines for one blaster, but it also allows you to hop up on the fly. Maybe you already fired 6 rounds and you want to reload. You can pull this down and when you want to, drop 6 more rounds in and you're back to full capacity just like that. Whether that's easier than just pulling out a mag and stuffing it back into a blaster is up for you to decide. I think they're both equally as fast, but I don't really prefer one or the other. There actually was once a time when I didn't like internal magazines, but my opinion has since changed. But now let's talk about Rival in its current state. For a long time we thought Rival was going to be dead and Hasbro was never going to touch it ever again. Then they released the AccuStrike Rival series. And the AccuStrike blasters are very great, nice blasters. The Fate is amazing, it's another good modding platform, the Vision is fun, the Pathfinder is very aesthetically pleasing. I don't have either blaster so I can't give an in-depth opinion, but just from an outside perspective, they're very nice. Now it's been a while since their release and I hope they return to them once again. But at this point, you can never guess what Hasbro is going to do next. So those 3 AccuStrike Rival Blasters could very well be the last AccuStrike Rival Blasters we get, or Rival Blasters period. And right now, Nerf seems to be throwing all of their money at tie-in blasters, and all these video game tie-ins and movie tie-ins, and there's a whole video I can make on that topic by itself. But while they're throwing money at those blasters, we get stuff like Elite 2.0 and Alpha Strike, which have released some okay blasters, but they're all pretty much the same thing. If Hasbro and Nerf ever decide to go back to Rival, I have one request. Bring back the Rival Curve series. A lot of the time Nerf likes to rely on gimmicks, and the gimmicks with the Curve series is that you can twist the barrel in a certain direction and it imparts a spin on the projectile as it leaves the barrel. You turn to the left, it curves to the left. You turn to the right, it curves to the right. You turn the thing upside down and now it's got a hop up and it has a parabola as it leaves the barrel, making a sort of tomahawk chop as Walcom S7 would call it. again, I highly recommend you check out his videos on these blasters, because he describes them way better than I probably ever could. But again, if you want a review on this blaster, go ahead and leave it in the comments. But NERF RIVAL Curve is just so visually appealing, and that's probably something you're going to notice a lot of in this discussion, is that I like the way something looks more than really the way it performs. Now, of course, performance is going to be taken into account somewhere in there, but if something looks cool, then I'll probably pay a good amount for it. Luckily, though, I got both these blasters on sale. The only curved blaster I don't have here is the Helix, which is a pump action blaster, which I believe has a hopper, or I can't remember if it's an 8-round internal magazine, but I want to pick one up because there's a mod I have planned for that I really hope will work. But I'm just gonna get my hands on one so we can find out. And as it is, I already have like 10,000 builds going on at the same time, and none have been finished in a while, so maybe I should focus on those instead of starting another one. An experimental one at that. I started this video with no real ending in mind, but we're probably getting close to it, so before we do head out, I want to mention that Rival Blasters also have very, very comfortable grips. The grip on the side swipe is nice. The grip on the knockout is really nice. The grip on the curve is also really good. And for a while I honestly forgot that the side swipe was even in my blaster bin, but the flex has never left me. This thing has been in and out of that bin so many times, and I always like to just hold this thing and admire it, and I never forgot about it because of what I'm about to show you. In this box from an unnamed person, I'll reveal when I get to it, is something that's going to make this flex a little weird, but weird in a very, very good way. And I guess we'll end this video this time by abusing Ramsey a little bit more, so what do you say, Ramsey, you up to it? You can't talk, you're a chicken leg. Anyway, this has been me rambling about Nerf for some odd minutes. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit the like button, and while you're there, maybe subscribe and hit the bell notifications if you want to see more content like this, because doing so encourages me to make more content. Also, go ahead and leave a comment, because I love reading your comments, and I've been getting a lot more of them recently, which I really appreciate, so thank you very much, and I'll see you guys later. Sneak attack!